Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video about price tags. I thought it was a pretty boring video. I just wanted to air out a few things I had in my mind, and I didn't think much of it. I thought it would be pretty much just a throwaway video, something me chatting, a Mike Rants video, I guess you would say. But it got a hell of a response from the YouTube viewing public. 409 comments, either for the price sticker or against the price sticker. Now, if you have no clue what the hell I'm talking about, go back and watch that old video. I'll link it below. You really need to watch the old video to watch this one. But I wanted to update you guys because I didn't tell you guys everything in that video, but also that video and the reaction it got made me make some changes at the In-Groove. And I'm going to tell you guys about those changes. But I wanted to lead off by sharing some of the comments from that video. So I put a few of my favorite comments here, and I'll read them to you, and I'll give you kind of the response to some of them, and then I'll lead into what I'm making this video about, and that's the changes due to the old video. And I stand behind what I say in the old video. Watch it. I stick by it. I'm not changing my opinion on that because that's just, they're facts. It's what it is. Take it to the bank, deposit it, collect interest on it. It is what it is. It's the way. Okay? Okay, let's look at some of the comments from that previous video. Mike, don't be ridiculous. You are really reaching here to spin your ugly store price stickers into a plus. This is Mike-splaining. Mike-splaining, that's a new thing. The Mike-splaining. I think if your stickers looked more like your logo than just a plain white barcode, people wouldn't mind them as much. Also, they're hard to get off without ripping them. WTF. Price tags don't add value. It's just a thing you sometimes have to live with. Maybe a 1975 price tag in a 1975 record is somewhat cool. But if you put a 2025 price tag on a 1975 cover, you've ruined it. And that's the fact. That's not the fact. First of all, they still make music today. Not all of the records that are at the shop are records from 1975. Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish. There's a lot of new popular artists today making records, and a new modern price tag is period correct for a new modern record. Right? Okay. Unfortunately, this is the main reason I haven't been ordering from your store this past year. Was hoping you had at least changed the type of sticker to be easily removable. And that's something you should really consider. Price stickers are a novelty, but a clean shrink wrap is far more desirable in the resale market. I defer. Again, you got to look at things through the lens of time. You go back in time, records that are decades old, somebody's going to want it with a nice vintage price tag on it as opposed to just a clean shrink wrap. Love the customers are morons attitude and the I'm right attitude. An old Tower Records price sticker from 1988 is cool. Your stickers look like a piece of toilet paper stuck to a dog's ass. Not so cool. I'm offended by that. Let's see. And if you try to remove them, it rips the shrink off. But hey, don't worry about it because the true collectors know what's what and must be flocking to your store just for those stickers. And a little off the beaten path from what I was really trying to tell you guys. You got to put things in perspective. You're not, my barcode price tags are what a modern and 2025 price tag looks like. Now, pretty soon in the future, you're not going to have price tags because you're just going to walk out the front door and some high-tech scanner is going to automatically recognize your record and, charge your credit card. But the record price tags I have today are kind of period of today. But okay, next question, next comment. This man wants to be immortal through the records he sells. I like that comment. Okay, what did I change? So, before I even made the video, I actually switched to a removable price tag. But I didn't want to comment on the fact that I was making removable price tags for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't want to have so much fraud and thievery, and there's so many shitty people in this world. I didn't want to broadcast on YouTube like, hey, I got easy to remove price tags. Come on in the InGroove and create your own price. Wasn't trying to broadcast it. But not only that, more so, I have tens of thousands of records in the store with the old price tag, and I didn't want you to buy something based on the new removable price tag and be subsequently upset. But when I made that previous video, I made a comment about the date of the price tag. The date being on the record is a huge deal, in my opinion. You buy a record, a brand new record today, it has the week, the day it came out, a couple of days before it came out on the price tag. The store is essentially signifying when that record was put on the shelf. So that's the reason for it. But the consumer goes back decades from now and looks back on it and says, I got a true first pressing. Look at this. That's the day the record came out. That's the price on this, the date on this record. That is so cool to me that I thought to myself, I need to add that. Then I thought to myself a little bit more, just because of the comments. This is inspired by you guys, the complaining public. Not just kidding. A lot of you guys were actually quite nice about it, and I took your guys' suggestions to heart. The price tag has been changed, and this is what it's been changed to. Here we have actually a phenomenal record. I've had a lot of fun listening to this. I listened about 5 times this weekend in the store. The Cars, Shake It Up. This is my copy with the new price tag on board. As you can see, this new price tag has my iconic bald head on it, as featured on this here InGroove t-shirt. But every single modern, brand new price tag from the InGroove will include the logo. Unfortunately, it's not the InGroove logo, but it didn't really work out on the price tag. I wanted to use the InGroove logo, but it's more of a rectangle. So it would have had to make, it would increase the size of the price tag. I would have had to go to a slightly larger price tag. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to have any more emails come through. So I would have had a slightly larger price tag, or I would have had a somewhat uglier price tag because the store logo would have been somewhat small and there'd been a lot of white space on it. This logo happens to be more of a square. It fit better on there. But you will notice the price tag now has, in the bottom middle, the date. Fantastic. I think this is a big deal. But more so than even that, I know you're thinking to yourself, Mike, what could be better than your bald head on the price tag of your records? I know. But for the people who think this is a hideous abomination, toilet paper stuck to a dog's ass, you now have the ability to just remove it and throw it away. Now, I personally would never do that, but these are very easily removable throwaway price tags. Look at this. I devalued the record. Who would do this? If you wanted to. Now, see, this is my copy, and I want the price tag on there because I truly think it's cool. It adds value to it. Maybe not so much value today, but like in the previous video, it will add value in the future. When I left the store today, before I made this video, I made sure to print an extra price tag because I stand by my belief that the price tag adds the cool factor on it. Now, it might be a little weird personally for me to have the price tag on it because most people don't actually own records with a picture of themselves attached to the front, but that's what we have here. I'm just gonna I'm gonna forget about that, but I think this is cool. I am very happy with all of the changes made. Some were changes, again, that were made previous to that previous video coming out, like the removable price tags. I already made that change, but a lot of people made the comment of something along the fact of, oh, your price tags aren't cool. That old one was cool. Well, in the day it came out, it might not have been so cool. It was just an average price tag. Everybody had them. It wasn't a big deal. Nobody thought much of it. Those were just price tags. Just like now, they're just price tags. But I thought to myself, what could I do to spiffy the price tags up? Now, the old price tags had the store website on it, so they were InGroove price tags. But I thought to myself, what could I do to spiffy the tag up? And truth be told, in those 409 comments, that's kind of where I got the idea to do the logo. Not really the logo, to do this shirt logo. But there you have it. Now, you can buy from the Ingroove and throw away the price tag because you feel that they decrease the records that you probably are never going to sell, because I find most people don't actually sell their records. They die with them, and then I come and buy them. That's, I guess, a topic for a different video. But ironically enough, most people who are worried about the price and the resale of their records actually never do sell them. Very few of those people actually have a hand in selling their own records in their future, because, you know, they're your babies. You spent your whole life collecting these records. You just can't let them go. So unfortunately, a lot of people make this poor mistake of keeping them, passing away with them, and then their family giving them to Goodwill. It's terrible, but it happens more than you want to think. Anyways, there we are. That is the end of Stickergate. I think it is. I don't know if I could get 409 comments, half being negative, in this particular video, because now there is nothing to complain about. You can just take that sticker and throw it in the trash. The reason I grabbed, by the way, on a side note, this particular Cars record to peel off the price tag is because this type of plastic, this thick plastic, the non-breathable shrink wrap, and the Analog Productions Mobile Fidelity type of shrink wrap is the hardest to peel stickers off. Even my old removable price tags, if you pulled it just right, you can get it off of actually shrink wrap. This type of plastic and those MoFi tag plastics, the shrink never came off of. So I wanted to give a nice, difficult, challenging record to pull the price tag off of. On a side note, look up Undo. There is amazing advancements in the world of sticker adhesive remover. And if you do have stubborn price tags you want to get off, use Undo. It removes price tags flawlessly, with zero residue, with zero smell, without any damage. It'll work on plastic, it'll work on cardboard, works on everything. It is absolutely amazing. But yeah, there you have it. Sticker drama concluded. You can buy all of your records with my bold head now included with the price tag, assuming you buy brand new records. If you get the old ones, you're going to get the old sticker of doom. I just don't know what to tell you. They're there. But if you buy records that have come out after this video, or a restock, for instance, that I happen to get into the shop after this video, you too will be able to put that snazzy sticker, that price tag, on your shelf. Now, I know a lot of guys have already commented, hey, Mike, I really love your price tag so much. Can I send you my records? Maybe you can throw a price tag on it. It's not a service right now that we're going to offer. But yeah, all of your new record purchases going forward are going to have that spectacular, wonderful, beautiful price tag on it. That is removable. And you can throw it in the trash if you want to. I can't see doing it. I don't know why you'd want to. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys. TheIngroove.com. Until next time.